Hey guys, Sensei DePalma here. We're going to go with number 3 in our series today. We're going to finish out with taking the mount and finishing in mount. Something I want you guys to keep in mind that I think is really important is to remember that the techniques that I'm showing you today, you can use today. They're very basic. They can be used at the novice level, at the beginner level. They've given us a lot of success in competitions, and they're very applicable to both gi and no gi. Although we're wearing our gis today, you're going to notice I might use them, slightly, but I want to give you a universal application that feels like it's not a tough transition between the two. So today I'm going to show you quickly a good time to take the mount, and then I'm going to give you a control technique for the mount, and I'm going to give you a finisher for the mount. So I have Dylan again here with me. He's going to take his back. So earlier we were working wrestler side mount, and we were working checking the leg and switching the elbow for hip escape. At the beginner levels, guys, you might see some people bridge, but they haven't really grasped the concept of underhook and shift and moving into replacing guard yet. Some people do, but a lot of times when you're in this position, as he goes to bridge, right, I can really keep that weight in. So they're gonna, a lot of times, by default, go into the hip escape. So he starts to turn into me for the hip escape. I'm gonna switch my arm here, and my hand's gonna check his thigh, right, on his inside leg. So I'm gonna turn him around really quick while we're in this position so you guys can see it. See, I'm checking this leg. So he's trying to get it in there, and I'm checking it. Now notice I'm not like, I'm trying to push into him really hard. I'm just using a nice easy check here, okay? So watch what I'm gonna do here in this position. I'm gonna drop this leg, and I'm gonna start to move towards his head. Okay, he's going to start to turn into me. I'm going to let him turn in, and that's when I'm going to catch that leg and slide right into mount. Right? So I used a really good strategy to come back and get him because he was in motion, and his mind was not thinking, don't let him take the mount. His mind was thinking, I need to get him back into guard, right? So again, I was here with the elbow, I checked his leg, and I straightened this leg out, which put a lot of pressure on his chest. I can also clinch his back. See his armpit here? I can clinch this material, drop this leg for me. I can clinch this material here, I can clinch his belt to have a really strong grip on him, and the bridge is not even gonna be possible. Go ahead and bridge, right? I got a lot of weight right on that chest. He's not gonna be able to bridge at all. So I'm checking his body here, and as he starts to move into me, right, that's when I can take that mount and come right underneath. Now, by fortune, I was able to get his arm trapped under here. Guys, then you're right in position for the triangle, right? So you can go right into the finish from the triangle. Okay, so now I've taken mount on him, which is really important, okay? So I'm in this position, I've controlled it, I've dropped this leg down, he starts to turn into me, and I'm gonna take that mount position, right? And I'm gonna get those heels in so I can hide my legs underneath his thighs. Does that mean that I should grapevine his legs? People ask me that a lot. Let me tell you my opinion on grapevines. On grapevines, I think what happens a lot of times is, yes, I can keep his legs still. It's good to score my points, but I'm also still. My legs are just as invested as his, and if he has stronger legs than me, it's going to hurt me when he puts tension in his legs just as much as it's going to hurt him. So what I like to do is what I call cobra mount. I drop my knees down where his belt is, and I pinch the outside of his thighs with the inside of my thighs, but I do not hook my feet here. I just leave my feet down, and I really bow my body. So now he tries to turn his legs side to side, right? See, he can't move those legs side to side. I'm gonna get the time that I need to score mount. What I mean by that is, if there's a ref in the match, he's gonna look down and give us our score, right? He's not gonna score immediately, but he's also not gonna take 10 seconds to score it. He's gonna look, make sure everything's good, and give us our score. Okay, so I'm gonna put cobra mount on him, my legs are down, I'm pinching the outside of his legs, right, and my body is postured, and I'm not concerning myself with anything other than just getting that time that I need in that mount, okay? So now I get the mount. I can't attack him from cobra mount, right? I've got control, but I can't attack him. So now I need to come back into a tight mount. So in this case, I'm gonna bring my knees up into his armpits, and I'm gonna be able to control what's going on. So even if they're not all the way up, I'm pretty deep. That eliminates the double arm escape, right? Because he's going to try to take his hands right away and double arm escape, but if I'm high in here, I can jam him up. He's going to have to rely on an elbow escape, which is going to open up my finisher. Okay, so he brings his elbow here to start an elbow escape, right? Same thing as I did earlier, guys. I'm able to control this underneath the head. Everybody see that? I'm able to control it under the head. Why? Because I forced him to go into an elbow escape. he starts to go into my arm, right? So arm escape, you can't, so he goes for an elbow escape, and I set it right underneath his head. I can do the same one I did earlier, where I grab it and unwrap it, and put on the Americana, which is really easy to do. I can pop off into side mount from that position, or I can go for the top triangle. A lot of times, the top triangle will happen because he'll turn towards the lock. So he goes for an elbow escape, I go in here and I start to set it, he starts to turn in towards the lock, and I can bring that leg right around, and I can set that top triangle and be able to put it in on him, right? And that comes a lot of times from him trying to react to that arm. So quick recap. We were in our wrestler side mount, we got him under control. He starts to go for a hip escape. I switch my arms. Here, I check his leg and I drop my left leg straight to put weight on him. If he's wearing the gi, I'm gonna grab him here, or I'm gonna grab him down on his belt. Make him nice and tight. And he's gonna try to escape. He's gonna try to turn into me. I'm gonna control that body. And then as he starts to move towards me, I'm gonna use that to take his mount and hide my feet, right? Hide my feet right away. Now I come into cobra mount. I drop my weight down on his belt with the inside of my crotch, and I'm gonna pinch my thighs on the outside of his thighs, and he's gonna escape. Give me your hardest escape. See that control, guys? I've got good control on him. When I feel him come under authority, I bring my knees up into his armpits. Now he's gonna try to double arm escape, but he can't because he's too bunched up, so he tries to get his elbow in there, and now I'm gonna reach under his head and grab that, okay? I'm gonna reach in, I'm either gonna submit him here, or when I get this, he's gonna turn into it to try to help it out, and I'm gonna bring that leg around. I'll bring the arm in the center. I'm gonna bring that leg around here to set the triangle. 1 and 2, and there's my triangle, right? So I've got control in both of those areas. Hope that helps for a little mount control, guys, and a nice easy finisher. Don't worry about jumping into the triangle right now if it's a little advanced for you. Just remember that controlling that arm lock, the reason we teach those arm locks like the Americana or Figure 4 first is because they work right away. So you want to start using the things that work for you right away. Hope that helps, guys.